need to be fired and you can't kneel and protest, and it's just too much. Like, either we're gonna have to start fucking killing niggas. Like, it's just gonna have to be one of them situations where you're gonna have to kill to be killed. I said
it, man. I said
get the strap.
The Purge is about to have. I said that. Like, that shit looked too real when I went to see it in the movies.
You finally seen
I was
it?
like, yeah. I was like, yo, this is reminding me of how the world could possibly be fucking with Trump. But us as a society, just people who just don't agree with obviously what just happened, are we just so numb to the situation where we just be like, damn, that's fucked up, and then we just move on with our lives, right?
It's not. I mean, and I said this the last time this shit was going on.
Because it's too much. It's
You're
just too much.
desensitized to it because you don't have time to react to something without something happening right after. Because right after I heard this, what I heard today or maybe yesterday, that a 57-year-old man got killed at a cookout in a park by a white supremacist, and he was with his family. Like, he got killed in a park terrible. In broad daylight. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people that you just murdering people in cold blood? Like, none of us asked to be here. Mm-hmm. First of all, like, I'm not going back to somewhere I've never been. Frankly, at this point, nigga, send me back. Like, I'll fucking go, because I'm just over this shit. Like, I don't want to be here, nigga. You don't want me here. Just pay for us to leave then. Yeah, if it's that real. It's getting, I don't know. Like, it's just a lot happening to the point where we just don't know what matters most, because it's always something. And of course, we don't want to be desensitized from everything, but it just seems like it's just one after another to the point where we just get overwhelmed, and it's just a lot. But I mean, as cliche as it might sound, I mean, all we can do is pray. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree
like,
with you.
There's nothing we can do. Like, I'm sorry.
I don't agree with that.
You don't. I mean, there is, but it's like, what can we do at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot that we have to do. Continue to be silenced.
We're gonna have to unite. Like, there's no way that this is gonna continue. Like, we're gonna be okay with this continuing to happen without this. Like, we're gonna have to be a unit. Like, there's no fucking way that this shit is going to continue to happen and be what it is in this world, and us just being like, all right, okay, whatever. Like, no, we're gonna have to protest. We're gonna have to be like, I mean, it's not, the money's not worth it. Like, even with football and shit, like, niggas is just being like, oh, I mean, I'm not gonna kneel because they said so, or I might lose my job. Like, is your morals and your ethics worth more than, like, I'm not understanding people at this point, because you're black and people are getting picked off that look like you, like fucking cattle. Like, that's not bothering you. That you're not kneeling to disrespect the flag or military. You're kneeling for protesting. Like, Muhammad Ali was out here straight, like, fuck everybody. Like, I'm not finna do shit for nobody who not doing it for me. Yeah. So it's just fucked up. Like, somebody gonna have to figure this shit out, because I can't live like this. This shit causes my anxiety to flare up. I can't.
It's too much.
So, yeah, I agree. Can we, like, switch gears a little bit? Like, let me just, like,
music.
Just switch the vibe up a little bit.
What, nigga? You gonna play Happy People by R. Kelly?
Yeah, man. Let me just,
after niggas is protesting R. Kelly, nigga.
Yeah, man, but his music is great.
Oh my god, you gonna get us fucking banned.
We ain't gonna get any sponsors anymore.
Gonna lose our ads, nigga.
Speaking of rape allegations,
sir.
What's up with Charlamagne, yo?
I don't fucking know.
There's a lot of people that's just going off of the rails, man.
Okay, so when Charlamagne was 22, this was 15 years ago. When Charlamagne was 22, he had a party at Myrtle Beach. It was underage people there. A girl got raped. She said that Charlamagne did it. DNA proved that he did not. I guess he was on Brilliant Idiots talking about it, and he did get talks about that all the time. He did get probation for it, because it was his party. Yeah, but he said that he was, providing alcohol and shit because he was trying to get them drunk. Yeah, so,
which back in the day, that was what you did. I'm sorry, rape culture back in the day was not frowned upon how it is now.
I'm not trying to defend somebody, because you have the right to feel the way that you feel. But at certain points, we have to take accountability for the fact that it's motherfuckers who letting their children date and deal with niggas who are over the age that they should be dating people. It is 14 and 15 year olds dating 19, 20, 21 year olds, and y'all think it's okay. Then they marry the person that you call a predator. Yeah. So you gotta make up your mind. Either you gonna be a rapist at the beginning or you gonna be a rapist at the end. You can't be both.
Right.
Well, it was in the South, so they kind of do things a little weird out here.
But and that's another thing. In the South, bitches be 16.
Bitches be 16.
Excuse me, Lord. Females be 16 and dating and sneaking around with niggas that's 19 and 20.
But wasn't that the thing?
That was the
coming
thing.
Up though, like
and real shit.
The girls got with the older niggas. Like
I was 17 dating a 20-year-old, and my mama them didn't know.
Mm-hmm. You said you're 17 dating a 20-year-old?
Yeah,
that's only 3 years.
What grade was you in? You was out of.
I was in 12th grade then.
Oh, okay.
Senior
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know people who at 14 were dealing with 20-year-olds. Like, that's not okay. Like, now going back, that shit wasn't okay.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like, you're letting your child date a child molester. Like, you did that.
Yeah.
So that's the shit that's pissing me off. Mm-hmm. Like, all y'all motherfuckers keep saying, "Oh, Charlamagne raped this girl," but he didn't. But the girl was at this party because she was probably around a whole bunch of chap ass little hoes.
Wait, so she's bringing up charges now, or
she not bringing? She's trying to charge him with it because she said she's tired of him talking about her. He never says her name.
Never. It could be about anybody, but
yeah, it could have been anybody. He never says her name.
He was talking about his wife.
He talked, and then the thing with his wife. So he was talking about his wife, and he said that. And this is another thing. All this shit that they talking about was said like 5-6 years ago.
Charlamagne always says this.
Charlamagne always talks about this shit.
You can't.
He said that his wife did not have him when they were dating. His wife did not have sex with him for a year. So both of them got drunk and they fucked. So.
And that was
now,
no, go ahead.
And they were like, well, she was incoherent, this and the third. Honestly, that means ain't no telling how many niggas I done rape.
Okay.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like you raped people before. Like we've all done it then.
That sounds
like we all gonna go to jail.
Okay, so the question was what I was listening to the Breakfast Club when he had his wife on there. So the question was, is drunk sex consensual sex? So that was how they came across that saying, like.
But that's the thing.
But everybody does it.
Can't.
Yeah.
I can't say, oh, because everybody do it because that's cliche to say, and and I guess it's wrong to say. But in a sense, if I get you drunk, nigga, and you drunk and I'm drunk, so what the fuck? Did I rape you? You rape me? Like, how does that work?
So what's the point in buying people drinks in a club then?
I guess it ain't no point because you're gonna rape somebody. Like
no point at all.
I used to always say that I'm getting you drunk to have sex with you. Like, so now that's rape now. So it's like. I don't know.
But this is my problem with this.
Everybody does it every day.
This
every night.
whole. I don't know what's going on in our fucking country. Like, is it in the
Are we getting soft? I think we're getting
shit?
Soft. Everybody's getting soft.
Yeah.
And they getting too emotional, sensitive. Everybody's sensitive.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's too sensitive. Yeah. Like it's always oh, you shouldn't do that or you shouldn't say that. But I know motherfuckers who drug somebody per se. And they didn't know it. Back like niggas was high as shit. No, I'm talking about now. Like, nigga had an edible, didn't fucking know it.
Oh well, yeah.
Like didn't know he was high. Right, like shit like that. So you're a rapist because you fucked this nigga and he didn't know he was high. Like shit like that. So we're gonna skew everything. Everybody a rapist.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
you have raped somebody in your day.
Basically, it's gonna come to the point where you're gonna have to write your name on a piece of paper and be like, can I have sex with you?
Yes,
write
or no,
your name.
baby.
Yeah, yes, no. Sign your name, date. Okay, boom. Like, it's to the point where anybody can say anything and it's a rape charge.
Now, don't get me wrong. No means no. But if I'm drunk and you drunk, who said no? Yeah. Who remembers if they said no? That's if you pissy drunk, who knows who said?
What if you're drunk and the guy isn't drunk and you're like coming on to him and he's like, nah, chill, like I'm good.
Then I think I raped you. Like I don't get this. Like,
but how many nights have we done that? You know what I'm saying?
That means I raped a bunch of my boyfriends. Like I don't understand how we got to this point. Like you can't say, oh, women don't rape men. They do.
Well, you know, it never gets talked about though.
But it should though, because if you're going to do, here go this feminist shit. If you're going to be equal across the board. Because at this point, you can rape a man. Women do hold niggas down and gang rape a man. Like it's happened before.
Oh, for sure.
I'm all for that. Never mind.
Oh, here you go.
I hear what you're saying, but yeah.
A mess.
Sounds like a great time, but all right.
Yeah, to a nigga who ain't getting held at like knife point.
Yeah. So it's gonna really come to a point where you're gonna have to physically have to sign a paper, like, because it's getting out of hand. And Charlamagne talks about this shit all the
and
time.
He's very
open about it. Yeah. So for you to go back and pull his shit and say, "Oh, he a rape," this nigga talks about it on public platforms all the time.
I had to explain to somebody who was like, they feel like we're giving passes to certain people as far as forgiveness is, because people won't forgive Chris Brown, but they're trying to give a pass to Charlamagne. I said, this is the difference. The best way to show that you have changed is to change. At 22, if you got accused of rape and now you're being a better person, you're a family man, you're working towards goals, you got books, you doing this, that, and the third, you got daughters, you know better now.
We all make mistakes.
At 19, you beat a girl ass. You continue to beat girl asses. You're angry towards people. You throw a brick in your mama window. You yoking bitches up in public. That's not changed behavior.
Right.
So how can I forgive you for something that you keep doing?
I agree.
Just like R. Kelly. I don't know how to feel about R. Kelly. I just don't know.
Make sense of it. Let me.
So R. Kelly pissed on a 15-year-old, but her aunt set her up to do that.
Yeah, okay.
So are we mad at R. Kelly for continuing to do it, or are we mad at somebody who facilitated it?
Yeah.
And not only that, at 16, I would have fucked R. Kelly. So I don't. That's just because you're at the age of consent doesn't mean that you should give consent, but you're old enough to know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because at that age, you can emancipate yourself and become an adult. So I understand it, but you have to draw the line at what you want to consider a child. Because, if you grown, you do what you want, turns into, you're not old enough to do this or make your own decisions. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah. I agree.
But then in other countries, the legal age is like 14. Like, it's younger than here. So what? And
I'm not talking about child brides that's like 7 and 12 and like third world countries where they marrying 50 and 60 year olds. That's fucking disgusting. Yeah. That's pedophilia. And I'm not finna go into that because the motherfuckers talking about trying to be another letter to the LGBT community, and I'm not with the shit.
I don't like that. Yeah.
I'm not with it because that is not a fucking sexual orientation. You are a sick motherfucker. Yeah. I don't you are a pedophile. That's not a choice. You're making that choice. Being gay.
They're trying to say that you know what's going on, right, Drew?
I've heard it, but we were saying.
Yeah, they're trying to say that gay people are the ones who actually are
flogging. Pedophilia is a fucking choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
that's not something. I grew up.
Doing what?
They're the ones that's doing it.
Doing what?
Yeah, gay people are the ones that are pedophiles.
Oh, okay.
Molesting kids and all that.
No.
When in reality, it's the people that's outside of the gay community that's doing it.
Yeah, fucking weirdo.
And that was the whole thing with the whole H2 law. Is it H2 or HB2?
Right here?
Yeah.
That shit that got passed.
It was called H2, right?
Something. Yeah, that law. Yeah.
Yes, whatever that was. They were saying that's the reason why they didn't. That was one of the reasons why, because they said they didn't want a gay person or a transgender going into that a family bathroom, whatever, because they feel like their kids would be at risk for being molested.
Damn. Yeah, man.
This fucking country is just too much. I'm finna move. I can't.
Sensitive. I don't know.
We can move to Canada.
I'm not opposed.
Or I'll move to Tokyo.
Ain't it weirder over there in Canada?
No,
it's not weird.
Now, hold on. Now, me and Nita are getting ready to embark in Toronto.
I'll let you know how it's going if I'm coming back.
Yeah, and
know how it is.
I mean, Toronto, I heard, is just like a safe place, but now they just had that 13 shooting.
See, that can happen anywhere.
But they don't know if it's a terrorist attack now. They don't know what.
They can't name it because they don't know. But they're still trying to figure out the guy's background. They don't know what triggered him to do it or
nothing
why.
happens in Canada. I heard nothing, but Canada's like a safe haven.
And they have better gun laws because clearly we don't have fucking shit.
They have better health insurance plans. Like I heard like they're just honest people out there.
1 year. And then you can be considered a citizen. It doesn't take long. Yeah. And it's $350 for citizenship. Don't think I haven't researched this shit because Trump out here wilding for respect.
Shit.
If I gotta get the fuck out, I'm going.